Good morning, motherfo. Wait a second. I gotta be a little more family friendly. Or do I? I haven't really decided yet. But anyway, how's it going, everyone? It's Don with Overedge Props. I know it's been a while since I've put out really anything, except for Twitter posts here and there. But I am still trying to find a good life balance between my new job and everything that I like to do. It's very difficult. My job is very demanding, but hopefully as time goes on, it'll get a little easier and I can start giving you guys content here and there. But enough about me. I'll do a life update at some point. Let's get into this render that you decided to click on. So this is called the Asacoco stabbing variant, and it is for Kiryu Coco of Hololive, also known as Kaichou. Now, Kaichou is part of Hololive's fourth generation of quote-unquote idols, and the reason why I say quote-unquote is because she is one of the most vulgar members, but also one of the coolest of Hololive, in my opinion. And that's what makes her so great. She's very, very different from all the other talent that is a part of Hololive. And I firmly believe that she is the sole reason why Hololive and VTubers in general have gotten so popular recently, and why there is even a Hololive EN to begin with, and soon to be a second generation of Hololive EN. Because she is bilingual, I don't know if she's trilingual or anything else, I wouldn't be surprised in all honesty. She really bridged the gap for overseas fans like myself, and, just her content. It's super funny, super chaotic, and it just kind of draws you in, puts you in a stranglehold, punches you a couple times, then grabs you by the shoulders, pats your head, and sends you off until the next video. And when you see a new video come up, you kind of just click it. You don't know why. Your hand just kind of moved on its own, and all of a sudden you're watching Coco do something really, really strange, or doing something really funny, or playing a ridiculous game, or just running around Minecraft doing things like falling off blocks that are like so high in the sky because she never holds shift. God, just hold shift. So I wanted to get this render done as quickly as I could with any free time that I had. And the reason for that I'll explain in a little bit. But this render that I did for Coco is based off of what I believe is a wakizashi that I own that I've gotten from a previous job. It was kind of sort of bonus payment for, working a convention at one point. But as I rendered, I was referencing a picture, which is also the one that I used in the sketch, as you see in the video. It pops up a couple times. And I was also physically holding it very, very carefully because it is still sharp. I didn't want to cut myself, and I almost did drop it a couple times and had a really bad accident, but luckily nothing happened. uh, a couple of features on this blade. It has the Kiryu Kai symbol, which is what you get when you are a member of Coco's channel. It appears next to your YouTube name, and as the months go on, the color changes. And she also made a pin that you can buy, which I'm hopefully getting mine soon. And it also features the plug from the Asacoco plug type that she made famous. And to be perfectly honest, that is not something I thought I would ever in a million years have to 3D model and put onto something that I was rendering. Uh, I was just praying that no one walked in and saw it and started asking questions. But the overall color scheme is based off of a mix of her original outfit and the plush of the Asacoco plug type. And I wanted to add more to this render, but Fusion again limited me to what I could actually do. The Suba, which is the guard, was going to look completely different, but the design that I had sketched out looked too similar to someone's fan made acrylic keychain that I found online when I was actually looking for reference pictures. and I really couldn't think of anything else to do, so I just essentially used the Suba that's actually on the Wakizashi that I own. And when I decided that I was going to go that route, I was going to actually have the ribbon that's attached to one of her horns tied to the Suba. But Fusion doesn't like that. It didn't matter what I tried or what I did in the practice space before I started recording, it just wasn't coming together, so I ended up scratching it. Maybe one day I'll have someone actually like just kind of Photoshop it onto there, but as of right now, this is the model that I came up with. So, shortly after I moved, I hit a really low point in my life. I had moved out of my childhood home, away from all my friends, away from my girlfriend, and I didn't know anyone except for my immediate family, and I had already been trapped within my own four walls for about half a year at that point. And then when I moved here, I was unemployed and I was still trapped in those walls. And I remember one night, it was very early in the morning, I was looking for a YouTube video to help me fall asleep. And I was going to click on one, and I just so happened to click on a stream that Kaichou was doing at the time. It's my first time ever actually sitting down and watching one of her streams. I'd seen like meme videos and stuff before, and I always thought she was entertaining, but I had never actually like gone out of my way to watch something of hers. I ended up staying for the entire like 3 hour stream at that point. And it was probably one of the best decisions of my life. I spent the next few days watching like archive videos. I caught a couple more streams, and I moved some finances around, and I became a Tatsunoko, which is her fan base name, meaning both seahorse and dragon's children. I like to think of me as dragon's children when it pertains to the fan base. As time went on, though, finances got a little more tight, and I had to unfortunately cancel my membership, but I vowed that once I became more financially stable, I would rejoin. Fast forward until maybe a couple months ago, and my new job has made me more financially stable than any job I've ever had before. I remember trying to look for a video to fall asleep to, and I was like, you know what? I get paid tomorrow. I'm going to rejoin the Tatsunoko. As I kept scrolling, I saw that there was a waiting room for a stream of Cocos that was happening in about an hour. But I was already like needing to go to bed, so I couldn't stay up to watch it. But I just remembered I saw that it said announcement, and my heart dropped because I kind of had a feeling I knew what it was going to be about, but I tried to stay positive through it. Went to work the next day, came home, went onto Twitter, and my feed was just filled with fan art with a bunch of like thank you Coco hashtags and everything like that. And then I went to YouTube, and there was just a bunch of clips from the stream. And the reason being, after a year and a half of doing this, Coco announced that she was graduating. Now, for those of you that don't know or aren't familiar with the term when it pertains to VTubers, I'm not sure if it's strictly for Hololive or if it, is for other companies and just VTubers in general, but it basically means that she is leaving Hololive for good. Kaichou has taken a couple breaks in the past and always come back, but this is it. As of July 1st, after her final stream, Coco is retiring. Now, most of her content will still be available on her channel because I believe it's still staying on YouTube, but all of the membership videos will be lost and no new content will be made. So if you haven't had a chance to watch any of Coco's stuff, I highly recommend going to her channel and watching some stuff. The Reddit shitpost reviews are always really funny. But, it is a bittersweet thing. I haven't been a fan as long as, a lot of others, but it still is like saying goodbye to a good friend. And I know there's not a snowball's chance in hell that she would probably ever watch this or make it to this point in the video. But Kaichou, if you are listening, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You kind of paved the way for me to get into a better mindset and to get in touch with my creative side, because you basically made a platform for Hololive EN to even be a thing. You made VTubers in general be a little bit more socially acceptable. It was no longer this kind of like underground thing. You know, you can talk to anyone now and they kind of already know what a VTuber is. Whereas like a year ago, people are like, what in the world is that? You know, if I hadn't clicked on your stream that night, you know, who knows what would happen to me. You know, in a way, you kind of saved me, just like the girls in Hololive EN. You know, I really, truly hope that whatever you strive to achieve in the future, that you achieve it, and that it brings you joy. Because I know being in Hololive wasn't always, you know, a happy thing. You know, with some of the controversy that happened and, you know, the constant antis attacking you, you always came back and you're always like stronger than ever. But I know that takes a toll on someone. And you say that you have big things, you know, planned for yourself in the future, and I really hope that, you know, it's filled with nothing but success, because you deserve it. And if you never do see this, you know, just let this render be a testament to my gratitude and my admiration. You were one of a kind, Kaichou, and I'm glad to have called myself a Tatsunoko. I have since rejoined the membership, and I plan to keep it that way until you graduate in a few days. So once again, arigato gozaimasu. I won't say the Japanglish that you hate so much. But really, I wish you nothing but the best. And as you asked of all of us, and as I promised on Twitter, I will see you off with a smile and well wishes to the future. Now, as for all of you that decided to click on this video and have made it this far, thank you so much for your support and your patience. I know this got a little kind of heavy at the end, but there was a reason for it. I've stated that a few times in this video, and, you know, even leading up to this video in my post, that there was a reason that I wanted to do this. And now you know. And as I stated before, if you haven't had a chance to see the joy that is Kaichou, go to her channel, watch some videos, maybe even be there on July 1st for her final stream. Send her off with a good note. I do have a laundry list of renders that it keeps staring at me, and more in the old noggin here that I want to get down, but I just got to find that life balance a little bit more. And I still have the physical Willow's Weep combat knife, so hopefully I'll be able to get some updates on that soon. I just got to get a painting booth set up so that way I can start painting it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support. And, you know, as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next render video. Take care, everyone.